A couple months ago, the Star Wars Ascendancy mod for Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion received an update adding a new minor faction, the Corporate Sector Authority. And this past weekend, we've pushed another big update implementing several new models across all of the factions, taking advantage of the Sins Remastered mod shaders as well. This includes updates for almost every model for the New Republic, the Empire, and Pentastar alignment, along with a few for the Empire of the Hand, including the Phalanx and Intigo. The Empire of the Hand will continue to have the rest of their models updated in the next little while, but the remaining assets for the other factions will take a bit more work. These are the Home 1 and Viscount for the New Republic, the Secutor, Praetor, Munificent, and Bellator for the Pentastar alignment, and the Empire's 3 Superstar Destroyers as well as the Altor. Some details like additional hull lights are still in progress for some of the other finished assets as well. For the Sovereign and Eclipse and a couple of the Empire of the Hand units, we just don't have an updated model finished quite yet. But for the other ships, there are some issues with the Blender exporter that we've been working on, which make it a bit difficult to export the larger models. Basically, Sins has a limit of 64,000 on vertices for the models, which are the points that make up the faces on every single model. And the way the exporter works currently, it splits things up a bit more than it should, which makes the vertice counts higher than they need to be for any given model. Hopefully we'll be able to figure this out, which will also improve memory usage for every model in the mod. But for some models, even with that solved, there will need to be some other work done to reduce the polygon counts. So this will be a bit of an ongoing process. While the current focus is still getting in those updated assets, the next phase will be updating things like the UI icons for all of the ships, particularly the Empire of the Hand, since most of their updated assets involved a full redesign. The old icons will still be in use for these new assets on the in-progress public build available through Github, linked in the description until then. Once all these assets are updated, the next step will be figuring out any additional changes for unit balancing, with updates to unit rigs and projectiles coming along with that. Throughout this, there will be some faction work to add a couple new minor factions, specifically new content for the Mon Calamari and Corellians, along with a few more units for the Hapen minor faction as they move towards their final playable state. As always, these changes will be playable live as they happen via the GitHub version I mentioned linked in the description. Once model conversions and icon updates are done, I'll be posting a standard download on Mod Database as well. Hope you enjoy the update, and we'll have more soon.